Mm.
Registration manual that NEC provided. They must be given preference. But unfortunately, most of the temporary NEC staff did not even know that it was in the biometric voter registration manual. We had to tell them that these are people who should be given preference. They should not stay in the queue like the other people. And that's how we flipped the pages and then showed them the particular section where that was stated. And that's how they created another line for them to get their cards in no time. And people who were in the queue, we had to make them to understand that these people have to be given preference. And we did that in Monserrado and Bombing County. We didn't just stop there. In 2024,
Mm.
produced a music, a misinfo and disinfo music. That music is intended to raise awareness on the danger of misinformation and disinformation. And in the music also, it also teaches people how to verify information. The music is done in simple Liberian English, what we call colloquia in Liberia. I'm sure that you have a copy of the music, and at a certain point in this discussion, you can be able to play it so that people can be able to listen to it and understand the message in the music. What we also did was, because the deaf and hard of hearing need such an information, we translated the music into sign language so that everything that was said or everything the artist sang or rap was translated into sign language so that these people can understand the need to verify information and how to verify information. Recently, we launched a massive misinfo and disinfo awareness campaign across Monserrado County. So early in May, we were in West Point. We visited two intellectual centers there. And then we later on moved to Douala and Yukutan, where we also visited two intellectual centers. The reason why we are visiting intellectual centers is because at those intellectual centers, people provide all kinds of information. Most often, they don't verify what they say. And then those people who go there to get information just run with it and continue to share the information, even if it's not verified. If you ask them where you heard it from, yes, we were at the center and someone said it. And they didn't verify the information. That's why we are visiting these intellectual centers. Now we are going into the communities to
Okay.
community residents how to verify information.
Yes, Taweh, I'm sure the both of us know that Monrovia or Montserrado is not Liberia. So let's talk about the counties. How many counties have you visited?
So
Tell them the message.
exactly. So we have footprints in two counties. We have footprints in Monserrado and Bombing counties. So that's where we have worked.
This will cost a lot of money.
It will.
Yeah, people will see your initiative very good. They will see this campaign good indeed. But to hit 15 counties is not an easy thing. I don't know how people are you, how people are your organization.
So, Ansu, that's a very important point. At the moment, we don't have the financial resources to be able to reach to the 15 counties. That's why we are on this radio to appeal to our international partners to assist us get to those remote parts of Liberia. Because as we speak, we decided to target Monserrado for now because of financial challenges. But if we have the financial support, we can be able to reach out to many countries in Liberia with this initiative because we have the United Nations here. The
Mhm.
United Nations is all about peace. You understand, Ansu? Anything happens here now, it affects the activities and work of the United Nations. It also affects the progress that the United Nations has made for us to have peace in Liberia. So that's why it's important for us to take such an initiative very, very, very seriously.
Are you reaching out to them? Communication?
Exactly.
Are you reaching out to them? Are you
We
informing?
are. We are reaching out to them. We are reaching out to them through emails and through other means of communication. We are reaching out to them. And Ansu, I'm also happy to announce to you that early in April,
Mhm.
the United States Embassy recognized us as one of the champions in Liberia, improving community resilience to false information. Yes.
That's so wonderful. So you said Monserrado counted
And Bomi County.
and
Yes.
Bomi counted. And what's the next maybe county maybe you have on Mound in which you need some resources. So
So,
uh,
as an institution,
yeah.
our focus for the next county will be dealing with the western region of Liberia for now,
Okay.
and then move to the next region. So, the western region, you have Bapolu, you have Cape Mount. So, those counties will be our next focus. But for now, we are we have launched in Monserrado
Mm-hmm.
this massive election, not election, but massive misinfo
Mm-hmm.
and disinfo awareness campaign. And we've also been visiting universities. We visited the United Methodist University and met with over 10 students, 10, 15 students of the mass communication department there.
And you had a successful program in your launch.
Of
Very
course,
successful.
of course,
Good.
when we have these kinds of engagement, of
Mm-hmm.
course, we receive. I mean, the commendation is just overwhelming because honestly, some people just didn't even know what is misinformation, what is disinformation. It's through our engagement, people now understanding the meaning of misinformation and disinformation.
Mm-hmm.
Some people didn't even realize that misinformation and disinformation have real life consequences. And sometimes we give them real life examples. What happened in Liberia? You recall Smart AI? How many Liberians were scammed? Many Liberians lost their money.
Mm-hmm.
People just believe in that business entity. Do you know what that clearly showed? That Smart AI,
Mm-hmm.
it showed the gap that we have in media and digital literacy education in Liberia. Many people did not even verify that that business entity is a legitimate business entity in Liberia. Where do they work? All the people who invested their money, nobody made any effort to go and see the office of that business entity in Liberia.
Mm.
You know who they trusted? Trusted their friends, trusted their relatives. You get me? So that's why it's important for us to verify information. You see, misinformation and disinformation can lead to people losing cash. And then that can also lead to another thing. It can lead to death because somebody might get frustrated and invest their entire savings. You understand? Smart AI came and said when you invest 10,000, you get 20,000. How many people would not be interested in such a business, you know, to invest their cash? But they did not ask critical questions. Where is this business entity? When
Yeah.
was it established? Where do they work? They did not. All the people who invested their cash, nobody made that effort to go and find out. They just listen to friends. And we are saying that if you get any information from anybody, it can be your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, make sure you verify the information. Don't be in haste to share information.
Yes, Taweh, is the organization standing alone, or maybe you are partnering with other organizations across the country?
Awesome. So during the elections, we came together
Mm-hmm.
under a network, three fact checking institutions along with individual fact checkers. We came together to fact check uh, during the elections. The essence was to hold politicians, their followers, journalists, citizens accountable to the facts. Because, during elections, that's the time there's an upsurge of election misinformation and disinformation. So we call ourselves Liberia Fact Checking Network. The network is still around, and we are working on improving our approach.
Okay, the voice of Taweh Johnson. Taweh Johnson, he is the CEO for the campaigns against mixed information and disinformation. This morning here on the Truth Breakfast Show, sitting with us here to provide information on the campaign, the progress of how far they go on since being launched in Monterrey County and then Bombing County. So he's here this morning here on the Truth Breakfast Show. You can call us now on 077-2859-61 are the numbers for you to call. 077-2859-61.
Or
Yeah, call
zero
us. It'll be
seven
live this
seven
morning.
0775056556. 0775 056556. Call to participate this morning on the Truth Breakfast Show.
077-2859-61. You called, ask some question indeed. Misinformation, disinformation. Indeed, many times, I like what he said. Sometimes people be misinformed. It cause serious problem. People just take information and just go run with it. Whether whether
Yes,
it's true,
yes.
and whether it is wrong information, they don't even check. So they just go on run with it this morning. So he's the CEO leading a team, against mixed information and disinformation. Good morning. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Okay, Nelson.
Josh, and also thank you for the program, including your host, Taweh Johnson. I just want to applaud you for such initiative, but especially it's very unusual for people to engage in such um, activities, more especially than giving their participation in whatsoever information people might locate all this information because people in Liberia, people are not getting a lot of things. So they will take that trend of people are looking or not because it's very for people to code for the information of character or whatsoever. And I don't know how bad I thought because the progress, the way respect, the respect to your judgment or whatsoever, something like that you're supposed to follow in or whatsoever.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks. Do you have a caller there? Zero
No.
triple seven 285961. The call this morning, and
Oh,
it talked to
Yes.
us. We have so many calls coming in back to back.
Zero
Zero,
seven seven
yeah.
five 056556 0775 056556. And so you have a caller there?
Good morning. Okay, Martin right there. Before Tower leave, we should do that. How you guys can contact him. Definitely gonna do it. Before leave 0777 285961. Numbers to call. Next caller, right? Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, this woman is doing from according to my
Mhm.
which you don't get, I mean, the conversation and then we get to know some of the uses of this word. Because normally people only know this information, it means what this information to and not very bad to that. Some of the school around here, I mean, this information has been lacking. And I want to be clear to them. I mean, they have to use whole society to them in that it was around no resources we have, but we pray and hope and God we can so they can be able to live the out on useful within the country so they can have bigger knowledge that girl will be a better business. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Can we go for two more? Then we get back to Tower. This morning 0777 285961. Are the numbers for you to call and be live on the TBX 0777 285961. We have us Taweh Johnson. He's the CEO. The campaigner against misinformation and disinformation. He's here this morning on the Truth Breakfast Show. So I think we just cross over to Taweh. You listen to the callers, and I think the most important one, someone to know how can they reach out to you, and or maybe what's the play you have, like why you said you when you say visit schools, and so how can they reach out to you, the connection point.
Yes, and so let me say thanks for the callers. So, campaigners against misinformation and disinformation, we have been reaching out to intellectual centers,
Okay.
universities, communities.
Do you have a head office?
Yes, we do. We have our head office in Carisbrooke,
Okay.
Kai Town. That's where we are, and we are operating from there. Now, the point that the first caller raised concerning where do we get money from. So, thank you, caller. We are now using our bigger resources to carry out our initiatives. We don't have any support from an international partner to do what we are doing. Our approach is not to sit back and do nothing and just sit and do nothing, right? What we are doing now is to do something, and then external partners can see our effort and be able to augment our effort, you know, in other counties.
Okay, that's so
And
wonderful.
then
Yeah.
the other caller talk about uh, CEO. CEO has extended an invitation to us to visit their intellectual center. Thank you for the invitation. Let me just inform you that we are making plans because CEO is a very hot spot.
Hmm.
It's in Central Monrovia, and many people always go there, weekly to get information. So we'll obviously make a plan to visit you. And at the end of the program, I will give out our contact details, how you can get to us, and then we can keep in touch.
Are the doors still open? Maybe you say accepting people in the organizations. I don't know. Is that door still open?
Well, accepting people in terms of,
Maybe the other people want to be part of the program. Yeah, the other people want to
yes,
join the campaign.
of course, there's a way. There's a way.
Okay.
If someone has an interest in joining the organization,
Hmm.
you can reach out to us. So at the end of the program, I will give you the contact details. I will give you our email address. I will give you our contact number, and I'll also tell you social media platforms that we are also on, where you can be able to get to us. WhatsApp number also. Yeah, all of those information.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes, George.
Yeah, so yeah, I listen to Tower, and of course, yeah, it's a great initiative, and I think yes, we've attended. We as journalists,
But
well,
just
we have attended a workship for missing disinformation.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm excited that Tower, there are days.
exactly.
Yeah,
And so because we are running out of time. So
yeah.
before we leave, let me just tell the Liberian people,
Mm,
inform them how to verify information.
mm.
So my people, let me count down small. Yeah. My people, when you get information, when you come across any information, you gotta make sure that information that are true, before you can give it out, before you can go and tell another person about it, right? Because the social media thing here, Facebook, Instagram, that it really promoting the spread of the false information here. So most often when people see anything online, the first thing soon they see it, they won't press the share button. And that's the wrong way to do it. The first thing you need to do is you stop. Why are you stopping? You stop to understand that information that you come across there. To really understand the information. If it calls for you to read, if you have to read that information twice, read the information twice, right? To understand the information. Then the next thing you do, you reflect. The reason you're reflecting is simple. To understand the information here, if I share it, how will it affect my community? How will it affect Liberia? How will it affect, me if I share the information? Now, where you gotta be critical and gotta reflect. Then you go to the last stage. Now, that last stage there we call it verify. Verify the B word, but it means to make sure whether the information here are true or they are false. So how you can verify? They got fact-checking organization in Liberia, working in Liberia, campaigners against misinformation and disinformation are one. They produce reports, fact-checking organization reports, so you can verify information you come across through those reports. Then or they also have expert reports. That another way too you can verify information, right? And then you yourself too can do your little background investigation to make sure what are the things that are true. So let me give you an example, right? And so when there's a take for instance, George, a random person is running, Tupo, at the Carfield direction. And
To verify.
that will be capturing the live scenes, and then other people will start to share that is scene where we can know what a fire happened in certain place, right?
Mm.
Because but not journalists can be there. Now community residents can capture the scene, and then it can alert the journalists that another way when you go online and such a thing that happen in public space, somebody may have a smartphone and capturing the live
Mhm.
scene, and then other people will start sharing that another way to verify. So don't just rush with the information like that. Don't just say, oh, because I see the man that running and saying, yeah, that's you. No, 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 no. That's a wrong approach. So that aid them are people. So before I leave now, let me now give you how you can reach out to us. So campaigners against misinformation and disinformation, we are in Town, Carisburg. That's where we have our offices. Now you can reach out to us. This is our WhatsApp and mobile number
Mhm.
0776 230 440. 0776 230 440. And we also have our website. We are on www.camdl.org. And you can reach to us on various social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, we also on LinkedIn and many others. So we are grateful again to you, Ansu and George, for allowing us to come this morning and speak to the Liberian people on the need to verify information and enlighten them on the danger of false information in Liberia. Thanks to the management of Truth FM for allowing us to have this opportunity. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks to Johnson. He's the CEO of the campaigners against misinformation and disinformation. This morning, stopping by on the